Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Little Brewing Company, based in Derbyshire. Yeah, I got that bit right at least. And this is their flat top cask stouts. Let me just double check that because I'm getting owed. Yep, cask stout, gluten free. Um, it's a non-fizzy ale, like drinking straight from the cask. It's not flat, it's just full of nitrogen, which means it has a great freshness without being too gassy. Served without a sparkler. Stouty and chocolatey, 4.3%. I actually bumped into one of the Mr. Little Brewings over at Castle Rock Yard Party, and a little bit lively. And that's probably the heat in here, so take no notice of the pour. You know, it is warm in the beer room. Obviously, we're 27 degrees in here, so not the perfect temperature for beer reviews. Got to be honest. And I always like to say that, because sometimes it's me that's at issue, not the beer brewing. So while that dissipates, it's going to be a while. We'll talk about the brewery, we'll talk about the beer. So yeah, I bumped into Little Brewing, one of the Little Brewing guys over at Castle Rock's Yard Party back in May. God, it's strange to think that was only 2 months ago. June, July, August, about 3 months ago. Nearly 3 months ago. And lovely guy, we had a good chat. And I absolutely love the fact that Little Brewing rebranded themselves, gone for this, really quite in your face, but easy to understand packaging, and it bloody works. The beers have done well. All of a sudden, under their old name, I'd never heard of the brewery. I've never seen the brewery anywhere. This, everywhere. I've been going into pubs all over, Little Brewing. It's like, oh, yes. And it fills me with glee that they've done so well. So I can smell the chocolate on there. I'm going to let that dissipate while I drink from the can. Like I say, temperature in the beer room, not really beer room, not really, 10 or 11 degrees, not so bad. Certainly for a cask beer. For a cask beer, it's still got some good oomph to it though, so fair play there. So lovely chocolatey, malty aroma. Chocolatey, cocoa. Oh. Bought this from Adventure Beer. Adventure Beer do support. It's a shop that supports, online shop that supports. I don't think they're doing the garage anymore. I think that's subsided because of the cost of living crisis. As far as I know, he may be going to Lenton Lane and working from there. As long as Adventure Beer still stay alive, because Adventure Beer are an important part of that puzzle. Nottingham lost Kimberley Craft Ales. We lost Optimism, who are based in Loughborough. We lost Hopology, based in West Bridgford. And that hurts sales, of beer, because people are saying, where can I get my beer from? You can obviously go to the brewery, but sometimes you don't just want some beers from a particular brewery. You want beers from a lot of breweries or a lot of local breweries. Adventure Beer are the ones that tick that box. So very, very important that they still get the support. They certainly will from Raggy Beer Reviews, of course. Being a Nottingham person who supports East Midlands, of course. Oh. So yeah, a cask stout in a can. You don't see that very often. I liken the fact that they're doing this, I've got to watch the time because my son, I've got to pick my son up from his first day kickboxing. So that'll be interesting. Comes back crying, he's not going again. Comes back aching all over. I'm not going again. Yeah. I mean, the ability to defend yourself in a world full of threat is a good thing. The ability to step away from threat and let the threat hurt themselves while you're safe away from it. Now that is king. The ability to not drink too much and always have a clear mind and a clear vision of what's happening, even if you do walk home, is a good thing. The ability to watch people from a distance, spot something coming towards you. It's something that still haunts me from Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, when whatever the accident was, whether I was sideswiped or whether I fell, always in my mind. So it's a lovely black pour, and as you can see, it's a slightly off-white head. Chocolatey. It smells like a Cask beer, to be fair. It's not full on bloody up your nose, because Cask beers generally aren't. Easy drinking. Certainly chocolate, malt. Something's on the roof. I do have immense respect for this brewery. You know, you watch. Now remember this, I am nothing to do with the brewery trade. I am not them, they are not me. Now and again, you know, if something winds me up, I'll say something. And, you know, as a beer reviewer, if you come across something that's bad, there's a way of saying it without being an arse, obviously. And, but that's tasting absolutely spot on. So the first flat top Cask Stout, regardless of the initial pour and the heat, that is still tasting absolutely spot on. Love the branding. Like I say, the branding puts them out there. It's clear. It draws you in. And in a world where you look at the beer wall behind me and you look for beers that draw you in, some do, some don't. Some with the same boring branding don't draw you in. You know, these are all critical elements in a world where you need to sell. These are critical elements. There we are. Stop talking. Really enjoyed this. It delivered a cask at home experience. Once it dissipated the head and I got the normal experience, it delivered that cask at home experience. That's something to think about. We all love going to the pubs, but to get a cask at home experience in a can, now then. Who else said that? Was it Jimmy Savile? Fucking hell, don't go down that road. But anyway, apologies for the swearing. Yeah, spot on. Good 4.4 out of 5. And I'm sure Little Brewing will be laughing at this and thinking, he never gets a beer review right. But I'll try my best. Cheers up.